Hey, do you like 3D printing as much as I do? If so, stick around. We're about to review the new Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra. So welcome back to Wolf Den Hobbies. Today we are going to review the Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 3D printer. And believe it or not, I was just scrolling through Facebook and I got a ad for this new printer and I went to go check it out. And I seen all these cool features that this printer came with and I was like, you know what? I gotta have it. So I bought it. And this is going to be my honest review. I am a novice 3D printer. You know, I'm not a professional by any means. It's just me playing around. I'll show you the mistakes that I made, and I'll go over a little bit in depth about the things that I found and the things that I like and the things that I don't like, which there isn't many. I really love this printer. So let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, now that you have your new 3D printer in its box, using a sharp object, you cut away the tape and you open it to find a wonderful, wonderful foam packing. Now this comes in handy because if you have a friendly delivery driver who decides that they just want to throw your packages around, you know, just hey, heave, and just give it a good old yeet out the truck, well, that kind of helps. First thing you're going to find in the box after you remove that insane bubble cradle is your 3D printer manual. Keep that, don't lose it. It'll come in handy, possibly one day. I have yet to look through it. I probably should have, but it's good to have. First box that you come across is one part of your power supply. Very important for the operation of this printer. The second box that you're going to pull out is going to be something that I think is actually really cool. It's a great concept. However, I have yet to use it, so that's on me. But it is a plastic drip tray. This clips onto your vat, and if any oversplash or when you pull the build plate off, it in theory should go in there and not on the printer or on the screen. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box. Now, I am recording with one hand, so that leaves me with one other hand. So here's a short section of me struggling to get the plastic off of this thing. And jeez. There is only a better way to record this without fighting plastic. Anyway, so overall the design of this printer is actually really sleek. There's a lot of things that kind of drew me to wanting to get this printer. One of which is how the hood or the lid flips back. You don't have to lift it completely off. It flips open, which is really nice. Just keep in mind, if you do buy this printer, you're going to have to compensate for the amount of room that lifting that lid back gives it. So you're going to have to give it a little bit more space when you find a place to put it. The other thing that sold me on it is it has an AI camera on it, which is really neat. And I have a few videos coming up on here that are going to show you some things being printed and my failures, and we're going to talk about it because, well, it's 100% my fault on why they failed. The build plate just snaps in, which is really nice. This printer is auto leveling, and it has a rocking vat, which is super neat. So it kind of helps the prints release off of the your film easier. It's super awesome. I like it. Now, in this box is your regular doodads and gadgets. I would recommend getting a extra USB drive because, yet again, now I'm not saying that it's the USB drive's fault for my failed prints. It's 100% mine, and I will explain that in a minute. However, it was acting funky, so just a heads up. It's always good to have a backup one anyway, just in case. Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to pop in here and just talk about two things. A, which you're about to see, the printer goes through an auto test feature where it goes through a checklist of things and it verifies that it's able to get printing, which is super neat. I watched it, it was cool. I'm like, okay, cool. Shit's ready to go. Nice. But the other thing that really intrigued me with this printer is you have the ability to set up four corners on this thing, right? And you can put like your cones of calibration in each corner. And you can set them all for different exposure times. So you can test what the best exposure is for the resin you're using. And it kind of looks like this, right? That, right there. And what's cool about this is each resin reacts differently, needs different exposure times, and all sorts of stuff. For this printer, and what I'm using in it is a clear smoky black from Elegoo. So when I did my cones of calibration, I was able to put them in the four corners. Now, disclaimer, the print that failed is because I thought, because I don't know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed here, but I took the cones of calibration and I decided to stick it smack dab right in the center of the build plate. So when I went to go do the exposure test, there was nothing on the corners to print, and didn't know to print something in the middle of it. So it's 100% my fault on why that part failed. So I'll show you that failing. Part of the AI camera experience. It's awesome. But I digress. Let's get back to the video. So this is the AI footage of me trying to do the cones of calibration that are going to fail. Then I'm going to show the cones of calibration successfully printing. And then I'm going to show my secret project failed. And I'm going to show you the secret project completed. But I'm not going to talk through the whole time. We're going to listen to some great music and watch this AI camera thing. And then once it's done, I'll see you back at the hobby desk. In the famous words of DJ Khaled, and another one. As in, another one failed. See? Idiot. Should have changed the supports and supported it correctly, and it wouldn't have failed. So overall, I really do enjoy this printer. There's a lot of cool things that this printer can do. And the AI feature alone for the camera is one of the things I enjoy the most, which is I know something, isn't needed for 3D printing, but that AI camera also can detect print failures, which it didn't do, probably because of my own fault, when the one print that I was printing failed. So that's neither here nor there. But it is cool that I can, make videos for you guys, show you what I'm printing, or I could just watch things being printed, see how it failed, why it failed, in not necessarily live time. Like I can stream it if I wanted to, but I can go back and watch it, which is really cool. Now, I'm going to get into something that, like I said, my secret project. So I'm going to show you this because this is something I printed on the printer itself. But this is, that's not the best one, but that's half of it. Here's the other half. Look at the quality of this print. Like, this looks absolutely amazing. This is a part of a statue that I'm planning on printing. Now, the software that I'm using, it's a new software, which I'm going to create another video once I get a little more comfortable with it and go over that. It allows you to blow things up and then cut them so you can print them on things. And it adds holes and pegs so you can put them together. However, my slicing software, I guess, is updated, and when I did all this to get it to the size that I wanted to and I uploaded it into the software, it gave me a prompt if I wanted to adjust it to fit on the build plate, and I didn't think of it because when I didn't do it, they came up real tiny, and then when I did do it, it fit correctly. Well, what I thought was correctly at the time. Come to find out it wasn't, because these two are two pieces and they don't fit. They're two different sizes. So, absolutely wasted that. But I look forward to printing that. I look forward to showing you guys once all the pieces are printed, it's together, so you can see what the secret project is. I'm going to do a painting video on it because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be my first statue. It's going to be probably about 24 inches tall. So, super excited about that. But overall, this printer, I'm really happy with it. It does a lot of cool things, and you don't have to do a lot of bed leveling and everything, which is one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. It kind of takes that guesswork out of it. Now, is it the perfect printer out there? No. Are there going to be things that are going to happen? Yeah, probably. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And, when that time comes, I will share with you guys what I found and what happened with it, and we'll move forward together. But it's a great printer. If you want to get into 3D printing, this would be a great printer for you. I would highly recommend it. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this informative and enjoyable. And until next time, I'll see you at the hobby desk.